So talking about customer loyalty, like you said, you could have all the best programs in place, but as you mentioned, Michelle, if a customer has three bad experiences with a brand, they'll very quickly, move on to somebody else. So it goes back to customer service. Can you tell me a little bit more about the importance of customer service and how store associates are driving that in physical stores?
Certainly. Yeah, loyalty has a broad definition, right? It's not just about the program, it's about how you treat the customer, what kind of products you carry. And customer service, again, cannot reiterate it enough just how important it is to that customer experience. 94% of shoppers say that good customer service makes them more likely to buy again. So again, really important part of the full loyalty experience. And they go to a lot of different touch points to get service, right? They are on social media asking for help. They're going to the store and talking to store associates about it, but they're also still calling into a service center to get help, or emailing someone in a service center to get help. So it's a really important part of the organization, and it's also omni-channel and really important to deliver good customer service to keep those shoppers loyal.
Yeah, it's. I think this is an area, if I'm a retailer, that I would lean into quite a bit. I had an experience, I think it's probably 2 years ago, where it was a pure play that was had turned on a website during COVID. I'm obviously simplifying it, and this kind of blew up, right? And they asked me to come in and help them start to build out their customer call center, right? Because they had one person at the time, and it was the chat. And so we implemented a couple of things. One of which was, how do I convert a online chat to a call, right? And this was a high-end item, so it lent itself to that. And we saw, and I'm making these numbers up, so I'm not making them up, but they're not exact, so don't quote me on them. But when the person was online by themselves, conversion was like 0.02, right? If they had an assisted chat, it went up to 1.8%. If we converted to a video call, it was 40%. Right. And so we started to lean into, how do I have that? Now, people will say to me, why would anyone want to flip to a video call? Well, it's all about the chat, right? If during the chat experience, you make a compelling reason to go, look, can I see what you're talking about? We have a partner we're working with that does virtual sizing, right? So I see this whole world where I'm having this conversation. I want to make this return. It doesn't fit me right. Oh my gosh, can we just jump on a call? They do a virtual sizing, and now I can say, well, I know what the problem is, right? And do that. I was talking to a very large jeweler recently and we were just having lunch, right? And we were just talking about conceptually, and the guy I was talking to was the head of the customer care group. And they are basically giving clienteling to every one of their call agents. And I said, everyone, I said, I could understand cleaning out your top 10% or top 15% and having them. He said, John, why would I do that to my customers? Every one of my call center people should be equally capable of selling my product, representing my brand as my best salesperson in every store. And so that created a pivot for us to a certain degree. It was very easy, but because we're built on core, we can now embed our platform as a side-by-side next to Service Cloud. So imagine I've got my Service Cloud instance here, but to my right, I have all the information that's in Service Cloud, but shown in a very rich way with product information and TDP pages. And I can move to a video call, and I can do side-by-side selling, and I can do a pay by link, and I know your birthday. I can create an appointment on behalf of, right? So just imagine I'm a call center agent, and Michelle, you're not happy. And I go, you know what, Michelle? Let's get you an appointment at this store. I see George will be there tomorrow at 2:00, and he can help you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have that experience. George comes in, sees he has an appointment with Michelle, has all the information that she has. He can prepare for that appointment, have the items to look at. That's powerful, and it's easy, right? Or
And
the email that comes from the service agent after the call isn't this cold email. It's an email that's generated by AI, but it's based on the information that we just talked about 2 seconds ago. like that's power. So I again, another area I'm super passionate about.
I know, and it's not unheard of, right? I've talked to customers who have gotten their start in catalogs. And so people often call in, right, to talk to someone to learn more about their product and then conclude the transaction over the phone. So a lot of those brands still have call centers that are profit centers for them because of the nature of their business. They always had to have really good people in the call center to help with questions. Where's my order? Delivery, product is damaged, but then turn that around into an upsell or a cross sell, or just people calling in to learn more about the product and then concluding the transaction there with the catalog only as the inspiration because they couldn't go into a store. So it's not, again, I think sometimes we overlook that some of these traditional models have really great experiences in customer care because that was what they had to do given the business model. So it's not a truly new thing. It is truly new for other people who have treated the call center as a cost center, right? A little slip there, but it is possible to really make that a profit center when people do call in. And to be honest, there are probably calls that are happening that are more sales geared to begin with than problem oriented. So again, it resonates with me that customer that you were talking to said, no, everybody should be able to sell. And that's been the case for many retailers already.